It's a fight between two legends of the sport that promises to be one for the ages. A jiu-jitsu master takes on a future Hall of Famer for their place in MMA history. But the rivalry doesn't end there. Hey everybody, I'm Cara Castronova for inasectv, and this is MMA Confidential. This weekend at UFC 112 in Abu Dhabi, two-time welterweight champion Matt Hughes will take on the pride of the most recognized fighting family in the business, Renzo Gracie. But this is more than a fight between two legends. It will be a continuation of an ongoing rivalry between the Miletich camp and the Gracies. Our own MMA historian, Bruce Kivo, caught up with some of the biggest names in the sport to get some insight into the conflict.
I'm Bruce Kivo, MMA Confidential. A while back, Matt Hughes defeated Royce Gracie. Not too long after, Renzo Gracie defeated Pat Miletich. A rivalry has existed between the two camps ever since. This Saturday in Abu Dhabi, Renzo Gracie is facing Matt Hughes, and everyone's talking about it.
It's exciting. If you're an old school MMA fan, it's a huge fight, you know. And I've been a fan of the sport for a long time, so I'm very interested in this fight.
Any thoughts on how the fight's going to go down?
I don't know. I would have to say, if I had to make a prediction, I would say Hughes by decision, by getting the takedowns and nullifying the ground game. He's fought the higher level competition for the longer time, but Renzo's got great jiu-jitsu, so we'll see how it goes. I haven't seen him compete in a long time, but it'll be exciting to see him in the UFC.
Igor, what's your thoughts on this fight? Do you think there's going to be an age factor with Renzo being 43, Matt Hughes being 35? What's your thoughts on this?
Even though Renzo is like 43 years old, actually he's 44. He said, and I've seen him training with him, and he's feeling the best he ever felt in his whole life. Like he's feeling great. He's never trained so much for a fight like this one, and so we gotta wait and see. Of course, we gotta see how Renzo's cardio is gonna go. If Matt Hughes is gonna push the pace for 3 rounds, because I think that's the idea. Try to get Renzo tired, but Renzo, he's feeling good. He looks great. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a very good fight for Renzo. So we'll see how it's gonna go on Saturday.
It could be a good draw, but who knows? I don't know why that matchup would occur, but it's not a good fight for Renzo.
And what are your thoughts on this fight in Abu Dhabi?
I think it's going to be a great fight, man. And two old school guys that have been around forever, two world champions, and I'm really excited. As a fan, I'm really excited about that fight.
What do you think this fight means to Renzo, and what does it mean to the Gracies?
I mean, that's a huge fight for Renzo. It was always his dream to fight the UFC, to prove that he can fight the best, So he was so excited when he signed the UFC. He's like, because his life was so mellow for the last 2 years, just opening academies, just teaching, and he was like, what, I need something more, I need something else, I need a challenge, So that's, so fighting the UFC is going to give him the challenge that he wants to, for sure.
It's going to be a tough fight for Renzo, and I hope he wins, but it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be an easy fight. I think Renzo's got to be ready, completely ready. And then one thing about Renzo is that he always can catch you in something. So always can do something. So about Renzo, it's almost like Rand Couture. Never gamble against him.
Renzo always says MMA is a surprise box. How do you see this fight going? And where do you think it's going to wind up?
The fight thing is going to be like maybe, I'm not sure if Matt Hughes is going to be shooting on Renzo. Maybe he's going to try to keep the fight standing, but we'll see. Maybe he thinks, because Matt Hughes, people don't know, but he has a very solid ground game. Not only takedowns-wise, but his guard passing, his ground's very good. So maybe he doesn't feel threatened with Renzo on the ground. So I think maybe he'll shoot, maybe he'll take Renzo down. But I think the fight is going to chew first and second round, close fight, and then but I'll see Renzo maybe getting a guillotine in the third round.
Want more? Go to inasectv.com to connect with the world of sports. Real-time updates, blog postings, and all the action you can handle in a sec. inasectv.com, connecting you to the world of sports.
Don't think Hughes vs. Gracie is the only big fight in Abu Dhabi. Also on the card at UFC 112, BJ Penn will defend his lightweight title against underdog Frankie Edgar. While many are already counting Edgar out, those close to him believe he has some tricks up his sleeve that may prove to be the answer to the prodigy's dominance. Bruce Kivo found out from the jiu-jitsu ace himself, Igor Gracie, about how Edgar has prepared for the biggest fight of his life.
Hi, Bruce Kivo, MMA Confidential. Igor Gracie. Igor, what's it like having Frankie Edgar train here?
I mean, he since he's joined the team, he just raised the bar training-wise because he's such a good training partner. You know, he's like always in great shape. He trains hard. He's an intense guy. You know, so he's been a great acquisition to the team since he started training with Ricardo Almeida.
And I know he's been training seriously with Renzo for this fight. He supposedly has some things up his sleeve.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen in this fight?
Yeah, because he jiu-jitsu increased so much. He got so much better since he started training here. You know, because he's not just a wrestler trying to avoid submissions. You know, he's also actually learning jiu-jitsu. You know, like learning how to finish people. I'm not saying he's gonna finish BJ, but you know, I think he's gonna be able to do well on the ground. But if I was him, I would use his jiu-jitsu to avoid the ground. You know, to get the fight back on his feet. You know, try to outbox BJ, you know, like maybe, I think his boxing is great, you know, so I'll keep the fight standing.
And who's going to be in his corner? Is Ricardo going to be in his corner? I mean, Renzo's fighting, so he can't be in his corner. Who's going to be in his corner?
I think he's a boxing coach, Mark Henry, and Ricardo's already out there with him. So that I know, Ricardo Almeida and his boxing coach.
And who has he been training his hands with? Has he been going over to Phil Nurse, or who has he been working with?
Yeah, he does his. Now that you mentioned, I think Phil Nurse is also in Abu Dhabi. Phil Nurse is also gonna be on his corner. Him and Ricardo, they start going to Phil Nurse here in the city in New York, and he works his boxing, straight boxing with his boxing coach Mark Henry, which is a great guy, very good boxing coach, very technical. He's also been working Ricardo Almeida and Renzo as well.
I think it's going to be some great fights.
Oh yeah.
Hey, thanks for the time again, Igor. You're the best, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Obrigado.
Pleasure.
Obrigado.
Want more? Go to inasectv.com to connect with the world of sports. Real-time updates, blog postings, and all the action you can handle in a sec. inasectv.com, connecting you to the world of sports.
You've heard what the fighters think. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Sign up, log in, and subscribe, and then you could post your comments on all things MMA. And if your insights are top-notch, don't be surprised if we feature you on the next MMA Confidential. Until then, for Bruce Kivo, I'm Cara Castronova. Thanks for watching.